Woo! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wizard's Chest. I am Kyle, and it's time for another toy haul. No toy hunting videos yet, but I think I might be going with a buddy of mine tomorrow, so we will see if I can get some good footage. Always want to show you guys new stuff that's out, and if I can't find it, I don't record it. So I don't want to just be posting the same stuff over and over again. So what's been going on with you guys? I know I have been watching a lot of Ethan and Ela and the H3 podcast on YouTube, and I think it's hilarious. I love it. Obviously, I'm watching it. What else has been going on? I still haven't seen John Wick 3. If you have seen it, let me know if you liked it. I think it's been getting some pretty good reviews, so that's good. But I rarely listen to Rotten Tomatoes or whatever the critics say, because they don't know. They don't know. I've been rearranging my room a lot lately, so I took out all my pops that were in my wall. I'm not sure if you can see them now, but I transformed my closet, which is where I had a lot of Star Wars 12-inch figures, and they are now in the other closet, getting rid of some boxes that I thought, if I resell this, then I want the box, but I rarely give up anything. So what else? So I've been working on my custom Halo figure turning into a Boba Fett. That's been coming along pretty nicely. Slowly but surely, of course. And I have completed. Yes, that's right. I have completed a custom figure. I know I say I start a lot, but by God, I was determined to get this done over the weekend, and I did. I think it turned out pretty darn good. I repainted the shield so it matched the kind of toned down hue of the paint on the figure. I did silver on the face instead of white. I did not do the A across. So I saw this online, which is what gave me the inspiration to do it, and I said I can do that easily. I already had the paints. I have several of these shields, so I didn't mind taking one from Cap and giving them something else. I just used these Citadel paints. I used the base and layer, and used Mod Podge to seal it all up. So I think it looks pretty darn good. Could probably use a few touch-ups around the A and the eyes, stuff like that, but other than that, pretty cool. Because I've been rearranging everything in my room, I've also been rearranging it in my toy/photography room. So yeah, it's actually pretty spacious now, and it's not as cluttered. It was a complete wreck before, so pretty happy with it. Once I get everything organized, I just feel like a weight's been lifted. I don't know if you guys are like that, but it's just like I can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that it's all done and I know where everything is. And yeah, clutter is chaos, and chaos is bad. But anywho, enough of that shit. Let's get into this week's toy haul. I've been meaning to show this off for quite some time. Hopefully it's not too glary. But pretty awesome painting by this guy at the Dallas Fan Expo. He signed it for me. I wish I could remember his name. I can't read his writing down here. R. Buke? I don't know. But I will find out, and later on I'll leave it in the description. But pretty sweet artwork. I always try to get at least one vintage comic, like a first appearance of, and some artwork from Artist Alley anytime I go to a Comic-Con. That's my one rule, or I guess 2 rules. I also got this Hey Dude shirt when I was at the Comic-Con. This was on Nickelodeon. It was about a dude ranch, and it had Ben Stiller's wife, Christy Taylor? But she was so hot. She still is. She's one of those women that just aged perfectly. Not that other women haven't aged well. Blah, blah, blah. Political correctness bullshit. I'm crushing Coca-Cola Cherry Zeros like they're nothing. Okay, on to some actual toys. Hello, Ruffles. Say hello. Ruffles was a little under the weather last week, so I had to take him to the doctor, but he is all better and back to his usual looking for food 24/7 self. He had a little bit of a ear infection, and he got something around the nose. I don't know if he got bit by something or if he's allergic to something outside, but it's happened 2 years in a row, and the exact same thing happens. But Walter, my other wiener dog, he follows right behind him, and nothing's wrong with him. So I don't know. Maybe he got stung by a bee or something, but he's all better now. All right, on to some toys. I keep getting distracted. All right, first up, Wolverine 3rd edition from Toy Biz. I've been looking for this one for quite some time, and Dallas Vintage Toys had one for 20 bucks. The card is perfect. I mean, it's a tad bent, but I mean, all the edges are super clean. The bubble is clear, and Wolverine looks great. So, I think I might have all of the Toy Biz Wolverine action figures now, so that's pretty exciting. I'm gonna have to double check that tonight to make sure, but I have 8 or 9 of them, and I want to say that maybe there was 12, but that might have been something else. So, all right, here's a little closer look at that Wolverine with his Savage Strike Twist action, 3rd edition, baby. And there's the back. Some of the other, I still need that blue and white Cyclops. And Strife, GW Bridge, but you guys know this. You guys know. Next up, I got the Lego Flintstones. It was 60 bucks. I got it at the Lego store at the Grapevine Mills Mall. This was a fan submission, and you can do that with Lego. If you have an idea of something that might be very popular, you can submit it to Lego, and they will run it through the top ranks and see if it is acceptable to mass produce. And this is one that actually got pushed through, which is crazy that they didn't have this before, but super glad to have it now. It looks awesome, and I will show it to you guys fully built because I took it apart last night, so it is ready to go. Let's take a look at that now, shall we? Alright, here is the house that Flintstone built. A Lego Flintstone house. Pretty beautiful. You got Barney and Betty. She does come with a regular smiling face. There's the little milk jugs they leave out. There's Wilma. The Flintstone mailbox. You got Fred over here with the big slab of meat. My father ate red meat every day of his life, lived to the ripe old age of 34. That's from the movie. Alright, and the roof, it comes off like this. Get the little door. Let's go on in. Nice little palm tree. And then here's the inside / outside, so he can be barbecuing. A little couch. I like that little painting. Get some fruit. And believe it or not, they had TV. And Dino is missing. So pretty simple, but pretty cool. I really love how Lego lets real fans, real dedicated Lego heads to submit ideas, turn them into a reality, and get their own little claim to fame. And they actually give them like a little op-ed piece in the beginning of the manual to tell you their story, which is pretty darn cool. But yeah, I'm digging it. Pretty cool stuff. I took down probably 18, 20 Lego sets and bagged them up. It's kind of bittersweet because I really do like Legos. I like the look of it. But they're so big. I had a lot of them. I had a lot of Ninjago mechs. I had a lot of Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. I kept the Star Wars and took down a lot of Marvel and other stuff, Jurassic Park. But it's, like I said, I'm getting organized and I'm starting to part with a few things here and there, kind of stuff that I have duplicates of, or I had like 6 or 7 Hulks and I got rid of 2 of them, so I got rid of the Build-A-Figure Hulk, which was pretty hard to do because that was like, when that came out, I was so excited about it, but I got the Marvel Select and it just beats that one by looks and sculpt and paint and all that stuff, so what are you gonna do? Alright. A couple of weeks ago I picked up the Spider-Man symbiote and Kraven. This was inspired by Marvel comic book art, and that's what it says on the back. That's it. Unwittingly bound with an alien symbiote, Spider-Man has the enhanced strength and abilities he needs to take on his deadly enemy, Kraven the Hunter. So that's pretty cool. Basically got it for Kraven because I already have the symbiote Spider-Man, but they threw in an additional face just so you feel like it might be worth it a little bit more, but it was one of those weeks where there wasn't a whole lot out, so I decided to pick it up. But Kraven looks pretty cool, and he actually has a mean, crazy expression, and not just a dull expression like we usually get, so that's nice. Also, on the Marvel Legends front, I got the Homecoming Spider-Man in the yellow jacket and MJ. They did the face print technology on her. We get 2 head sculpts, different facial expressions. Take note, SH Figure Arts, different facial expressions. And I love the way that Spider-Man looks with the yellow jacket on. It's pretty cool, so... a lot of people were picking these up, but they were street dated for March 31st, but I just went ahead and went to another Target and walked through the self-checkout, and wouldn't you know, it allowed me to buy it, so I got it. End of story. Alright, so we got Spider-Man beat up a little bit. He's got some schmutz on his lip. Actually, I dogged this face sculpt earlier, but actually I kind of like it. Got the butterfly joints. Those big flat feet, which I do not mind because it helps him keep his balance. And then we got Kraven, stark raving mad hunter. Look at those teeth. You need to get some floss. Get flossy. I really like his spear. Pretty good detail, nice clean paint job. And then this, his little vest, his scar vest, is pretty loose rubber. They painted those bands on. But a pretty interesting looking figure. I don't know much about Kraven, but with an ass like that, you can't go wrong. And I wanted to show the box. I think that's pretty sweet what they did. Come to me, Spider. Pretty cool. Alright, now it's time for that Mary Jane. Awesome, awesome face sculpt and face print technology. We're living in a golden age, y'all. Nice jacket, very monotone in color, but I'm sure it's movie accurate, so you can't complain too much. Nice little watch. Might have to tighten up that paint job a little bit. But here's the real star of the show. I just love that yellow, blue, and red together. Really like the sculpt. Good Spider-Man. You can just picture little Tom Holland in there, making his cracks of wise. With the standard articulation, but no butterfly joints. which is unfortunate. I do like my butterfly joints. But I really, really like that suit. I like those thick contour lines on his suit. Pretty sweet. And then, should have got this out earlier. Alright, Mary Jane does come with an additional face sculpt. Looks very pretty. Nice hair. And Spider comes with a couple of interchangeable hands. A whip on his, what is that, his left hand. And then he's got a clenched fist for his right. And Mary Jane comes with, whoa, what are you going to do with that hand, Mary Jane? And a closed fist. And then some saucy hands on your hips. Alright. Why is my lighting messing up? Alright. Alright, let's switch gears to Masters of the Universe. I got some more loyal subjects. I finally found the He-Man in his armor. Looks pretty good. And I got this at DFW Toy Stash for 15 bucks. I found Panther and Battle Cat at, these are the plastic ones, the unflocked versions. But I have seen a few people pick up the flocked version, so I know they're out there. But I got these two. I think these were also 15 bucks a piece. Dallas Vintage Toys. So I will get him posed up. I already have Skeletor and a few others, so let's go ahead and take a look at those real quick. He-Man, I have the power. I never really watched the cartoon. You can probably tell. But these are awesome action figures. Got Battle Cat there. Helmet doesn't come off Battle Cat. Kind of get a little articulation in his legs and a little swivel in the neck, but not much. Pretty much that. It still looks good. Good clean paint job. Thor. He-Man looks good on Battle Cat. And then Skeletor over here. Looking very sinister on Panthro. Which he's a little wobbly in the saddle. But pretty cool, 15 bucks each. And they look even better on their mounts. Alright, finally, another Mythic Legions. This is Malachi Cinderhorn. Purest of bloodlines and vampires, a spoiled distortion of them, then the Shadow Elves dwell somewhere in the murky middle of the two. With both of the elegance and power of the elves and the savagery and bloodlust of the vampires, the Shadow Elves should not be underestimated or trifled with. Their almighty King Malachi Cinderhorn is a cunning warrior, but his charm and silver tongue could be his most deadly weapons. Like all Shadow Elves, Malachi harbors an underlying jealousy of elves that feeds an intense hatred for all elven kind, and especially for their queen Artemis Silvercord. Ooh. I like how the four horsemen give them these little bios. It makes it a little bit more interesting, and you can put a story behind them all. I will add this to my collection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is number 9 of the Mythic Legions that I have. These are awesome. These are probably top 5 for sure of toys that I collect. So there's that. Alright, here is the Mythic Legion. Looks pretty good, except the head looks a little too big for the body. Let me know what you guys think, but other than that, everything is incredible. The colors, the sculpt, the articulation, focus, the detail, the clean paint jobs. Look at that. That is gorgeous. And then, of course, you got these sweet weapons. What is going on with my phone, y'all? I'm sorry. And then he comes with the cape. I just put it on haphazardly. It's got 4 holes and it's a square. I need to YouTube how to how to put on the damn cape, because I don't want it all crunched up though. I kind of just want 1 hole, like a normal cape. And then he comes with a staff as well, with a little blue ball on it. And of course, the great thing about these Mythic Legions is that there's so many interchangeable parts. It boggles the mind. But pretty damn sweet. Really blends in well with my background there. Recently painted, by the way. Alright, on to the next. Last but certainly not least is the Mezco 1/12 Thor from Ragnarok. My favorite Marvel movie thus far. I think it is a perfect blend of comedy, action, suspense. You got family trifles. Thor, one of my favorite characters. So yeah, having him with 3 different head sculpts, one with his helmet, one with the glowing eyes. Well, enough of me talking about it. Let's take him out of the package and take a look at him. So excited! Alright, here's Thor out of the packaging. Looks pretty damn good. A really good likeness to Chris Hemsworth. Really good detail on the suit. Just the different fabrics and textures they use. Paint's really good. I mean, they're almost, Mezco's almost getting to that point where it's almost a hot toy. I know it's a bold statement for some, but I do believe that's true. Alright, here are the accessories. He comes with a shield. Slips through his arm there. This doesn't move out, so don't try or else you might break it. But then he can grip it with his hand down here. Pretty sweet. He comes with a lightning effect, which his hand slips through there. And he does come with an additional sword. And then he's got his regular face without the helmet. The helmet doesn't come off on that head. Pretty good likeness. And then the blue lightning eyes. Could have gone with a little bit more furrowed brow. It's almost like they just, actually it is pretty much. They just kind of painted the eyes on this sculpt. Kind of looks like a different paint job. Maybe that's the lighting. And he does come with multiple sets of hands, of course. With the closed fist, the open palm, the tiger claw. But pretty good detail on those as well. And then he comes with this hammer type weapon. Club weapon. Real nice wash to it, worn down. And then he's got these scabbards for his swords, where when he's holding him, you can take them out, but I went ahead and left one in. So it just plugs into his back there. You can see that sash is attached at the waist, comes over the shoulder. Does not hinder the articulation very much at all. Would have liked to have done a little bit more rotation on the ankle pivot, because that one is pretty much stuck in that position. You can see it kind of tilted, but that's okay. But overall, I'm very happy with this purchase. Thor Ragnarok is probably my #1 Marvel movie. I say that because it's hard for me to pick favorites. But still, pretty sweet. 80 bucks, Dallas Vintage Toys. All right. Woo! All right, so I will finish this haul up with saying that I am working once again on some custom Khazars. This is from X-Men Savage Land. And if you don't know Khazar, you need to get out under the rock and get your life together, bro, because this is one of the awesomest, coolest characters in the X-Men line, and we don't even have a good figure of them. I think they did a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive one year, but even then I really didn't like the look of them. But so I've been making my own. If you are interested, hit me up in the comments or find me on Facebook at Kyle Snorlax. Private message me and we can discuss whether or not this guy is for you. I'm selling them for $40, so let me know. Or if you're interested in any other customs. So, alright, that wraps it up. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. If you stuck around to the end, I surely appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys later on down the road. Bye-bye.
I like my women like I like my chicken with a little bit of fat on the end. Not too much and not too little, just enough to make me grin.